Hey class, hope you are having a good week. Getting towards the end of the semester, I'm sure you're busier than you would like to be, and best of luck as you are studying and preparing for your finals and projects and reports and papers. So I wish you the best. I wouldn't trade you spots, that's for sure. Been there, done that, and glad it's over. So a couple things just want to review. Make sure you're finishing up your reading on The Millionaire Next Door. Complete your one-page summary of your reading, and it can be just your thoughts. It can be a rundown of what you've learned, and or just a few things that you want to implement in your life from your reading. The final project is going to look a lot like this page here. We're at the end of the spreadsheets, but you can see that it should look like this. We're going to start with your value system and work all the way to the end. So this is just my main example of the spreadsheet. This last week, and what I will finish grading here in the next day is your estate plan. And we went over your needs and talked about your major assets. And in the discussions, on the discussion boards, it was kind of brought up by a student that, hey, I don't have a whole lot of assets, and what do I do? And it's true. Right now, this area may be very, very small, but that's okay, because it's going to change, and then it will change fairly quick, and before you know it, you're going to have assets of significant value. But what you want to do is your forecast. That's the main thing. And so if there's things that you can improve on from what you've already turned in, make those changes and make those improvements or additions, because this is something that you can keep. You could keep in your Google Drive or whatever, and update it, or keep with you for years and years and years, and have something to look to and see how you're doing personally, or just keep track of things. But we'll get to that and finish the grading of that. So, and the other thing that's tough with estate is it seems like something that's forever away, and time goes fast, though. It really does. And even though you may not be using it now, we'll be able to use that very soon, potentially with your parents or your in-laws, or with others around you that are in need of that kind of guidance. This week's spreadsheet was on debt, and just going off of your income, your liquid assets that you have. You can go through credit cards, your mortgage, auto loans, student loans, other consumer debt. And then some of your household rules for debt management. What are some of the things you're going to do in reducing and getting rid of that debt? You can lay it out here. You can also type up some paragraphs that maybe describe what you're going to do. The biggest thing is that you put in some serious thought, so you understand what it just shows that you have put in some thought, that you're going to, when you're faced with these different types of debts, what are you going to do? I really like the survey question and the questions that are in our discussion board for the week, because it makes you think about, if you had a $200,000 loan and you had $200,000 in the stock market, what would you do? And I don't think there's a right answer. It's very personal. Some people are I know a lot of people that say, man, if I can earn 7% and it's only 3.5% on my house, I'm just going to keep my money in the market, earning potentially more. And there's more that say, you know what, The prophet is said to get out of debt, to pay off your home as soon as you can. I feel so much better knowing that my house is paid for. I want to get it paid for. And it's very personal. And I just advise you to spend time with your spouse now or in the future, and be very prayerful about what is best for you and your family. If you have any makeup assignments, please work on getting, and you need me to send things to you, let me know. If there's quizzes or spreadsheets that you can't get access to, let me know and I'll send those to you. Try to make up those missed assignments in the next week. Next week's going to be a crazy week for you, and don't want to wait too long. Also, the extra credit with your final project, with your spreadsheet here, is you can just make an electronic or a digital copy of something that's about the size of a credit card, something that you would print off and then laminate and carry in a wallet, or put on a mirror somewhere that you can see and remind you of your financial goals. If you would just submit a copy of that, you will get the extra credit for that. So, hope you finish strong. Please let me know if there's anything or any ways that I can be of assistance. And talk to you next week. Thanks.